Hey, everybody. Happy 2026. We made it. Hooray. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Listen, I just want to thank you very, very much for tuning in and enjoying the podcast. Producer Chris and I are enjoying it, and it's really nice to know you're out there. So thank you. Thank you very much. And speaking of, we've got some pretty bodacious things lined up here and some pretty amazing people. Speaking of which, we're going to see what we can do about that right now.
This is the first time we're ever doing this live. First live recording of Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. Who watches the podcast? Yeah. Everybody else, you need to get with the program. All right. Well, we have a very special guest for you today. You know him from Stargate SG-1. You know him as Kratos from God of War. None other than Christopher Judge. Give it up. How are you doing today, sir?
I am good. I'm well rested and ready to go.
All right, good to hear. And of course, we would be nowhere without this legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings. You know him as Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, too.
Thank you. Oh, fancy meeting you here.
I know, good to see you.
Who'd have thunk it? Hi, everybody.
I noticed, son, that you said Jim was a legend. You kind of just didn't say any of that about me.
And the legendary Christopher Judge, everybody.
Hey!
But he is a real legend.
I knew you were going to say something about that. I knew you were going to say.
Well, we got it kicked off to a good family feud here. Welcome, everybody. It's a beautiful thing. Where's that guy? Shouldn't we have contestants up here? Well, welcome to the last day, right?
Yes.
Are you ready to have way too much fun? And please say yes. I know this guy. I know this dude. Well, you overachieving today, aren't you? Good for you. Keep up the good work.
Well, today's a very big day for you, Jim. Today is National Winnie the Pooh Day.
I just don't know what to say. Please pass the honey.
As well as it being the 100th anniversary of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I know. And it's funny because I could probably pass for like 99 on a good day. But yeah, how about that? Who knew the silly old bear lasting all these years?
It's incredible.
Started in literature from A.A. Milne, and then I showed up many years later and ruined it. So, and now we're all happy. And the check's in the mail. Thank you for being here. All right.
Wait, you get paid to do this?
No, not this. The other stuff, maybe. Well, you know all about that.
Well, yeah, this is a big year for both of you. There's been an announcement of a Stargate continuation as well through Amazon.
Yes.
Can I ask if you have any involvement with this project coming up? Are you allowed to say?
I don't think this is speaking out of turn, but I met with Martin Garrow in December, who will be the showrunner. I guess it was kind of to gauge my level of interest in whatever form this is going to take. And I'm going to meet with the writing producing team either later this month or early February. So you never know. But yeah, I'm just excited the show is coming back. So, I mean, to me, the star was always the Stargate and where it can take you and where it can take your imagination and the hope that it offered. So, you know, I think it's a great time for it to come back. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very excited to see that.
It seems like any show, any movie, anything with the word star in it, you're good to go.
Yeah.
You know, Stargate, Star Trek, Star Wars.
I actually have this other kind of big space opera, and it's called Starhawks. Because we actually did the research, and it's like a weird number, like 78% more likely that it's a success if it has star in the name.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's the cheat code right there.
Yeah, right?
Welcome to our star panel, by the way. Is everybody, are you feeling starry? Good. Starry night. Okay, very good.
And on the topic of reboot, I know it's not a reboot, it's a continuation, but reboots, they're in the works with a certain terror that flaps in the night as well, if I'm
That's
not
right.
mistaken.
Yeah. Did y'all know that? I am the terror that flaps in the night. Please tell me you know who that is. Okay, good. Just checking. I got to check the temperature here. But yeah, there's an ugly rumor going around Hollywood that Darkwing's coming back. So stay tuned. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So dust off those capes and the masks and let's get ready to rumble, right? Yeah, it'd be good stuff.
I have a question for the both of you. How do you feel about, we kind of live in like this era of nostalgia and remakes, and these companies kind of stick to like the same IPs that are tried and true. Do you think that's beneficial for entertainment, or do you think it's a hindrance?
Only if we're in them. If he's in it, if I'm in it, it's pretty darn good. I'll tell you. No, it's no. I don't know. I think it speaks to the fact that there's an old expression: nothing's completely original, and it's hard to come up with an original thought. And so, obviously, I'm not. But it's just the way it goes. And I think the familiarity helps. Something. Oh God, that reminds me of blah blah blah. Fill in the blank, and then you just put it on like an old pair of shoes and. I think it's probably a comfort level.
I agree 100%. Yeah, when times are kind of uncertain or whatever, to have a touchstone to better days, in our minds. I mean, that will always be popular. But it also, I don't care what they're gonna do. Not hire me more. It's it also speaks to Hollywood because. There are new ideas out there, but they're so reluctant to take a risk on new IPs. And I find it incredibly frustrating because there's new generations of voices. And I think it's really important that we hear from them. And so hopefully, with the truncation of kind of the studio system, hopefully that will allow kind of other means of intellectual property to find its way through different mediums. So I'm very hopeful for the future, but hopefully the kind of quote-unquote studio system is on its last legs, I hope, because I think that is really keeping a lot of new, exciting, interesting voices from being heard.
Yeah, well said.
There you go.
All right, I want to take it back just for anybody in the room who didn't know. I think this is always a good question when asking performers, actors, musicians, whoever in the creative field, when you first knew that this was what you wanted to do.
Aha. Should I go? Okay, well, I've told this before. I hope I'm not boring anybody, and if I am, don't act really excited anyway. But no, I vividly remember I was 5 years old, and I was watching a TV show with my dad, Jack Benny. If anybody remembers who that was, an old comedian. And Mel Blanc was on there, the great guy who did Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and the original Taz, all those. And he was kind of he'd come out and do funny voices and everything, and it was kind of a cool thing. And my dad goes, "You see this guy right here?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "That guy does that Bugs Bunny. He does that Daffy Duck. He does that Taz. You get up on Saturday morning. Back when I was a kid, you had to get up on Saturday morning and watch cartoons. That was the only time it was on." And all the old people are going, "Yeah, yeah, that sucked." But anyway, he told me, he said, "That's the guy who does all those voices." And I remember vividly thinking, well, he doesn't have to stand in the corner, does he for being weird? And so I said, well, I'm going to do that. So there you go. So I do that now. Yeah, I think it's good to have a focus early. Did you know you had the bug?
I did. I knew probably around 6 or 7. There was a movie sounder. Kevin Hooks, Cicely Tyson, Paul Winfield.
Yes.
And it was about a young man who had a difficult relationship with his father. His father ended up going to prison. His best friend became his dog's sounder. Cut to his dad gets out of prison, has to put Sounder down. And I was devastated. And just something clicked, said, I want to make people feel like that. And that was it. I knew right then. So kind of everything else I did in my life from that point was to kind of get me into this business.
Yeah.
Right on.
Well, it
right
worked.
on. Sure did. Something that fascinates me about both of your careers is your versatility with your voices. I want to ask you about your approach to, say, recording a cartoon voice, an animation voice versus, say, motion capture. And I know even Jim, you've done some of that for Hondo Anaka for Star Wars Outlaws. They took a recording of your face and imposed
and
that
I look
into
just like him, don't you think? Pretty sad.
So my question for you guys is, what, if any, different approach do you have based on the medium that you're going to be performing in? Say it's on screen, motion capture, voiceover, even the difference between animation and, say, commercial. Do you have a different approach, or is it kind of...
I don't know. I kind of don't, because it's not going to look like me anyway, thank God. You know, although I kind of do look like poo every now and then. I'm getting a little tummy here. But it doesn't really affect me. I think it's because I've done so many weird characters and everything. I don't even think about it at this point, you know. So, but yeah, but the motion capture was an interesting thing. I've done that, and I did it with Tom Kenny when we were Cat Dog. Remember Cat Dog? That was a weird. Well, thank you, but that was a weird one, and I'm thinking, don't ask me how they went to the bathroom, please, because you don't want to know. It was not a pretty sight. But I don't even remember the question now. But I'm still thinking about it, going to the... No, we don't want to do it. But
well, the question was just if you have a different approach. And I'm curious because you've done so much commercial work. And I actually got shown a commercial by somebody at the convention yesterday where you played Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, yeah.
He showed you that as well?
Yeah, that cracked me up. I couldn't believe... I was Santa for Fruit Loops. Oh, no, it was Fred Flintstone and me as Santa. And that's what it was. Hey, no, get no fruity pebbles. Oh, ho, 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 ho. You know, and I was Santa. And talking to the three women on the corner. Ho, ho, ho. There's an old joke about that. No, you know, but we're not going to tell it today. Oh, I got a really red face right here. And then he said there were three women on the corner. No, that was him. He said that. Oh, anyway, so yeah.
How about for you, Christopher? I actually don't know, when did you first started getting into voice work? Because obviously you have an amazing voice.
Well, thank you. I haven't. It's been truly by accident. Anything that I've done voice related has just been either someone I knew or a company just calling up my agent and just making an offer. I've never actually gotten a voice job that I've ever auditioned for. Not one.
Wow.
And it's just a skill I don't possess. Like, you hear this truly legendary man, and you got a million voices, and you can just call on them, and it's just so amazing to me. And you can take a piece of copy and make it magical. I just don't have that. It takes me weeks to sit with a piece and kind of just let it wash through me to kind of decide who this guy is. So I just don't really have, and I don't have a bunch of voices. I mean, this is kind of it, you know. It's
a pretty good one.
Everything's kind of just a variation of, you know, this, I mean, come on, let's face it. It's not that far from indeed to boy. That's not a huge range there. So I am just forever in amazement, being lucky enough to be around Jim. I did a animated series with my partner called Wacky Races, and just a legend. So it's, for me, it's just sheer fear. And I'm sitting there just gripping onto the stand with the scripts on. I'm just going, oh my God, just please don't embarrass yourself. So I mean, and that's the only time I've really ever kind of varied outside just the bottom of my register. I don't know if you guys ever saw Wacky Races, but I played a guy, Brick Crashman. And so here, let me put this back a little bit. The director producer, who's also my writing producing partner, said, try something different, like get out of your range a little bit, like have fun with this, like no one's gonna judge you. So I would start the episodes and kind of describe what was going on in the episodes, and it'd be like, hey, I'm Big Brick Crashman, coming to you from the Wacky Races 500. And so that was the only
pretty good.
time that I ever, so it was just really a liberating experience just to know that, hey, if it's ever called on, I don't have to live in the basement of my voice. So.
Well, since we're doing voices, if you guys have watched the podcast before, we have a little segment where we do a voice swap. Since this is a little bit truncated today.
Yes.
Don't worry. You can handle it. It's all right.
Bastard.
Yeah, he'd do a hell of a poo, don't you think?
So how it works, let's say, okay, Jim will go first. He'll say a line of one of his iconic characters, Winnie the Pooh. We have to do Winnie the Pooh since it's National Winnie the Pooh Day.
Gotta do it.
And then you will repeat that line, Christopher. You will repeat that line, but in one of your, so as Teal'c. Or,
Yeah. So you're
so
safe.
as Teal'c or as Kratos.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. You have no idea how much shrinkage just went on.
And then we'll do it vice versa. How's that sound?
Oh,
All right, so start off with the poo phrase. Okay.
Does anybody have a phrase that they'd like to hear?
Since
this is a live? Anybody?
Oh, well, that's a song. Well, okay. So
listen, lady, don't make this more difficult than it needs to be.
it's already hard enough. Well, I'm just a little black rain cloud.
In fact, I am just a little black rain cloud.
There you go. All right. Now it's your turn.
Now we trade.
Now I have to.
Okay. I was wrong, boy. Feel their pain. Take it into your heart. It's what your mother would have wanted, and I want also.
Oh, thanks, Shakespeare. I don't even know what you said. This is like.
Neither do I.
What a piece of work is man. How no. I swear to God. I'm just a little.
Okay, I'll
I'm
truncate
so
it.
screwed.
I'll truncate it.
Pardon my French. Okay.
Feel their pain, boy.
Feel their pain, Pooh. I just saw Tigger sitting there, and I figured I'd be inspired by him.
All right, how about one more with, I really like that voice that you just did. I think that's a really unique one from Wacky Races. How about we do one as Darkwing, since Darkwing's in the mix right now.
Yeah, that's right. I am the terror that flaps in the night.
I am the terror that flaps in the night.
Very nice. Got a couple octaves in there. Nice. That was pudding. All right. Now your turn. Go. Oh, boy.
That's great. So let's talk about these conventions since we're here at Fan Expo. The kind of perception, I think, of Comic Cons has kind of changed over the last decade for sure. You know, I feel like it kind of used to be perceived as, you know, this thing that you did if you weren't actively working in the industry. You know, it was kind of something, okay, I need to go do conventions now. And then now all of a sudden you see these massive A-listers and legends such as yourselves, you know, doing this more and more frequently. What's that experience like to get to actually like engage with the fans? Because when you're recording audio, you know, you say it all the time,
Sure.
Jim, you're just
Yeah.
in a booth by
Yeah,
yourself,
by
or
yourself.
even on set, you know, it's kind of like a closed off thing and you kind of have to get into your own headspace. It's not so much, you know, appreciation from your coworkers. Not that they don't appreciate it, but it's a different feeling. What do you guys think has changed over the last 10 years for people to now be doing this?
What do you think? I don't know.
You know, I think you summed it up very nicely. We work in a bubble, and so you don't have, you know, which is a lot of people do theater because they want that instant feedback, that kind of instant gratification. But a lot of times we do things that will air in 6 months to a year, so you become kind of removed from it. It just gives away, and I don't hope I'm not overstepping. When you're lucky enough to have a career that spans, you know, 30, 40, 50 years, I find it gratifying to come say thank you, because we wouldn't be here. I don't know, it sounds cliched, but we truly wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. You know, I mean, this is the 20th year of God of War. We started Stargate. Next year will be 30 years ago. Wow. And Stargate specifically, it's only coming back because the fandom wouldn't let it go away. And I mean, it's an honor for me to come say thank you. That's why I enjoy doing these.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just going to say that, so now I don't. Now I have nothing to say. No, I always think it's a privilege, you know, to do what we do, and I've said it before. It's the stuff that, well, I make a living doing the things that used to get me kicked out of class. Sister Mary Agnes was not amused. I can assure you. So you know, I'm grateful every day. And there's no doubt about it. I think if you're not grateful and you don't have gratitude, you don't have happiness. And I like being happy, so I'm grateful. Thank you, all of you. You know, that's for sure. Yeah.
On a little bit of a deeper note, I think it's always important.
Deeper than that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Enough of this fluff.
I think it's always important to talk about, you know, especially, you know, when talking to people with such prolific careers, you know, like you mentioned, spanning 20, 30, 40, 50 years even, to talk about the struggles that you may or may not have faced in that time. Because from the outside looking in, I feel like it's easy to kind of put performers on a pedestal and like, oh, they got it so good. But at the end of the day, we're all still human, right? So can you talk about maybe a time that, you know, you felt insecure or maybe not completely confident in yourself, if at all, you know, if it didn't happen, then sure. But I'm always curious to hear that like human element of performers, because as a performer myself, you know, there's a lot of peaks and valleys. You know, it's not like a smooth incline. You know, it's not work X amount of years, you get a promotion, and nothing's promised. Even how many times have we seen, you know, actors on huge, massive TV series, and then kind of that's it. You know,
Go away, yeah.
So how do you battle that going through your career?
Boy, gosh, I don't know. You just got to keep plowing away. You know, auditions are your saving grace. And I you know, whenever I can tell you one thing, whenever I work, and I had a lot of gigs, obviously, I think of every one of them as the Super Bowl. I think that every single day is the Super Bowl, you know, a voiceover in this case, but without the football. But you know, and I've said it before, I don't take myself seriously, but I take the work seriously. And one reason that I do, and it's been borne out over the years of doing Comic-Cons, is that it means so much to other people, to you guys. I've got stories that'll put you on your knees, you know. people that have been depressed or they had a terrible thing, their house burned down, for God's sake, and then, and Winnie the Pooh was there to comfort them or something, and it's an honor, and like I say, I don't take myself seriously, but the fact that people can take such comfort and go away with such warm feelings, and I take that seriously. I take that seriously, and I'm sure you feel the same way when people come up to you. Oh, that one when Teal'c was this and that, and he saved the day, and I felt like you were saving me. Okay, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
It's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like a paradox what we do. It means so much to. It's an incredibly intimate act to when you do a series. And people enjoy the series. It's an incredibly intimate act to allow us as characters into your homes every week, or it's kind of changed with streaming, but and we become part of your family. So and Jim said it right. We do not take that lightly. That you are welcoming us into your hearts and homes, but you mirror that with what we face in the business, where in the business, especially like nowadays, the performer is often the bottom of the barrel. And the actor who is the character is even lower than that. So it's a lot of times if you don't have your real true establishment of self, it's such a soul-taking business if you allow it to be, because you're always too fat, too skinny, too tall, too short, too light, too dark. And so to deal with that amount of judgment and negativity towards yourself, you got to have a pretty thick shield, and you don't come into it with it. That's for sure, because I remember how I used to live and die with every audition, and every audition I didn't get crushed me. And back then, they used to tell you why you didn't get it, which was even worse.
I feel like that's better.
Yeah.
Well, if it were as when I had that shield built, it would have been better. But this is in the days where everything was the role that was going to catapult me to where I was going to be, which isn't the case. So it took a long, it actually took me having children to allow that shield to start forming, because there had to be, because I mean, acting was it for me. I mean, it was the thing that allowed me to not be me. And it wasn't until I had a higher purpose of being a father that it allowed me to put what I do for work in its place. And that's truly kind of when I started becoming more successful, when it didn't have the weight of my being in it. And it just it really freed me up to kind of let go emotionally and say, I can give it this, and they can't use it to hurt me.
There you go. Nice.
Thank you. Well, yeah, they say, when you're auditioning, you can kind of, like, there's the reek of desperation if you want it too much. And I'm sure you've seen that too, Jim.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, flop sweat is terrible, right?
Yeah.
We don't like that.
And it's almost like you need to keep falling down and getting back up to kind of get rid of that, because everybody who wants to be a performer, I mean, if you really want it, you're going to have that a little bit, you're going to be like, please me, please me, And then it's almost like, when you're the cool guy who's like, I know what I got, and then they're like, oh, I want you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, you just said it. If you walk in like you're it, I'm it, and if you guys don't see it, you guys are losers.
That's right. That's right.
I'm the dude that's gonna
right.
make this a hit, and I can't help it if you guys don't see it.
That's right.
And you take control of that power.
That's true.
All right, we're going to open it up to questions from you guys in just a minute. Before that, I just want to talk again about the podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out, Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. It's honestly, I've been working on it with you for what now? 2 years, Jim?
Yeah,
2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm just honestly, personally, so blessed for the opportunity. I just want to thank you again. It's just been a great time.
Great. Well, good. Well, he's amazing at it. So,
Well, thank you. I appreciate
we'll
that.
Take it.
I appreciate
Let's hear it
that.
for Chris.
And yeah, we've had some great guests on. You guys should really check it out. It's available on whatever you listen to, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. You can watch it. We film every episode. And we've had some amazing people, from actors on camera, Alan Tudyk, to Disney princesses, Jodie Benson, Susan Egan, all the way to, I mean, we had a Disney historian, a Disney collector, multiple animators, just incredible different views on the entertainment industry, the different facets of it. Kind of like, we kind of peel the cover back and take a look at, the creation of the sausage, so to speak.
Yes.
And I've just had a blast doing it. And I've learned so much over these last 2 years doing this with you. It's just been so cool.
And also, Chris, on that subject, would you like to share who we recently found out is a fan of the podcast?
Apparently,
how about this?
Barack Obama is apparently a massive fan.
Dad.
President Obama himself. So that was pretty cool to see.
Hello, Sasha, Malia. How you doing, girls? Yeah, it's Uncle Jim. Hi.
Hey, Barry, when I'm in Chicago then, let's play a little golf then.
There you go.
You might be able to get me on some courses that I may not be able to get on to on my own.
That's true. He'll get you on. Oh, that's great.
And just one last thing, just before we go to questions, if you want to see like an extended version of this, pretty much, Christopher Judge was on the podcast about a year ago, and it's a good episode too. It's about an hour and a half long. We really get into it, had a good time, and there's just so many interesting people that we've had on. It's just really cool, and lots more coming. We're going to do this live recording at 10 different Fan X's this year. So we're going to kind of be touring around this year doing this as well as recording in the studio. So please like and subscribe on YouTube. That's keep on following. All right.
Yes, please do. Thank you.
All right, let's turn it over to some questions from the fans. And if you don't mind just speaking directly into the microphone, we want to make sure we have your...
it is on today.
Yes.
All right. Hi, my name's Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Thank you for, the things, all the work that you guys have done. I've enjoyed, you, as Mr. Pooh, and you as Teal'c in Stargate, and really appreciate that. My question is related to Winnie the Pooh. Oh. I heard it on the radio this morning. So when you came here for this weekend, did you plan to do your podcast on A.A. Milne's birthday?
Yes. I may be stupid, but I sure ain't dumb. No, that was serendipitous, I would think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
My name's Jeremiah. I've been here all 3 days. I brought my son yesterday.
I know. I've met you.
And I thank you. So I'm old enough to have grown up with most of the characters that you have done
Me too.
over the years. I know. So I just personally want to say thank you, because you were a majority of my childhood growing up. And that is why it has encouraged me to become a voice actor myself.
Oh, yes.
And so still in the beginning stages, so I'm not that good. But having all the different characters from like Muppets, and your characters that you have done, and just the life experiences that they go through, is just great. Christopher, now that we know, I didn't learn this until yesterday, but knowing that you two share a grandchild, what are some of the things that you're going to instill into that grandchild together as voice actors, as well as is there going to be any collab with the two of you in any of your future works?
Oh, wow.
That's a great question.
Wow.
Wow.
I would be, to take your second question, I would be honored to work with Jim.
Ditto.
It's to work with a true legend. Well, and it's odd. Jim and I couldn't be more different. But I adore
What
this
do you
man.
mean?
I adore this man. He's so lovely to my children, and that we have a grandchild now.
Oh, crazy.
I love seeing the clips of Jim with Jax. And
could not be cuter, by the way. If y'all, I mean, my goodness. It's weapons grade cute.
I mean, it really is a wonderful situation. It truly is. And it's to know that this is going to go on for a long time. It's really comforting. It's really great. And I'm on.
Yeah. Oh heck. And we just had him on with Al Roker.
Yeah, I
the
saw.
other day. You see it?
Yeah. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, let me get this out of my neck. Okay, good. Do we have hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good morning. Thanks for being here, first of all. Mr. Judge, my question's for you. With God of War having the live action series, are you going to have any role in that at all? Would you want to, or have they talked to you at all, or have you heard anything at all?
You know, we're talking about it. I'm not. It doesn't. I'm invested in the gaming part of it. You know, so it wasn't. I was on the fence about doing the live action. I mean, I'm 61 years old. When I did Stargate, I was 33 when we started, and I was 45 when it ended. And it was tough, and that was an ensemble cast in Vancouver. The weather the last 2 years wreaked havoc on my joints. Now at 61, to do a show that this guy's going to be in almost every scene, and 2 seasons are guaranteed, so that's almost 2 years. You've seen his wardrobe. And not many clothes in Vancouver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. Huh?
Kind of lost its luster for me.
Yeah, I bet that is hazard pay. Right?
And then and literally when Jax was born, it allowed me to really kind of reassess where I want to be. Like I had to miss so much of my kids growing up, so kind of have a somewhat of a do-over, and I don't want to make and not to say it was a mistake, I don't want to make the same choices. So it really, when people ask about, how do you feel about Ryan? All I've said since the live action was announced, that if it's not me, I truly hope it's somebody that loves and cherishes this character as much as we all do. With Ryan Hurst, they got it right. He obviously is a great actor. He was Thor in the game, but he's a gamer, and he's played God of War since its creation. So, I mean, bravo. And I hope it's a huge, huge hit. So I'm as excited as everybody else. So there are no misgivings, no matter what you read. There are no hard feelings. There's no being upset. I am thrilled. So,
yeah, I would think so. Yeah, it could spark a new interest anyway.
Exactly.
Right across the board.
No downside.
There's that expression: "A rising tide raises all the boats."
Amen.
I mean, even look at the popularity of Teal'c Carson since the game, the new reboot has come out. I see TC at these conventions all the time. He's a great guy.
Great guy. Great guy.
There you go. All right.
Go like this to speak directly into it. You hear me?
Yeah, I think you can pull it down a little bit.
Like that.
There you go.
There we go. This is exciting because I have you two are the spectrum of my childhood watching shows. So it's very fun.
Well, I hope we didn't mess you up too much.
Oh, no. All good things. All good things. My question for you guys is, especially watching Teal'c and then seeing you behind the scenes, I always wondered, like there was such a contrast to them. So my question is, for both of you, which of your characters did you find like more similar to you, like easy to kind of get into, and which ones you really had to stretch?
Oh boy. Jeez, I don't know. Maybe Darkwing Duck is a big one with me. The terror that flaps in the night. You can clap now. Okay, thank you. I'm shameless. I have no shame. And Tigger, I think. They're both. Tigger, somebody who doesn't take themselves very seriously. Although Darkwing kind of does, but he's. I'm a wise guy like Darkwing is, and so, yeah, not too much poo. He's too laid back. I don't know.
I'm so diametrically opposed to the characters I play, other than the lengths that they will go to for the love of their children. That way, I'm exactly like them, but how it manifests and how they carry themselves from day to day, I am nothing like any of the characters I've ever played.
Which is probably good.
That's
right?
probably good.
Yeah,
That is probably good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We have time for one more quick question.
Hello. I don't know how any of this asking question things work, but
Well, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. And my question is for both of you: what is your favorite character you've ever played, and why?
Boy, I don't know. I like Darkwing Duck, and the terror that flaps in the night. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I sure do like Pooh and Tigger. See, I get this a lot, and it's you know, you can't pick your favorite kid. You know.
Oh yeah, you can.
Well,
No,
yeah. That was easy. I set that one up, and it's out of the park. But Pooh, Tigger, Darkwing, Taz is in there, and I like Ray from Princess and the Frog and Hondo Ohnaka. So those are my kids. I don't know. Those are like my favorites. If that answers, you know. What are yours?
I really liked Winnie the Pooh.
Well, he likes you too.
Thank you.
Oh, see,
awesome.
that's really
so
good when I get it. Yeah.
I haven't enjoyed playing a lot of the characters. Kratos was the role I waited for my entire career. It's not fun to play him. It really isn't. I mean, it was gut wrenching, and I loved everything surrounding it. Loved who I worked with. Loved everything about that part of it. But actually inhabiting that skin was not fun. Teal'c had moments, but a lot of times just to be that still and to be kind of that kind of brooding kind of a lot of times he wasn't fun to play. Probably the character that I really enjoyed playing, well, actually, D-Mob from Def Jam, because it just allowed me to be this just badass dude that didn't have, you know, and he's kind of the only, I don't even know if he's like a villain. You know.
Yeah, he's just an antagonist.
Yeah,
he
he's
has
just
different
the antagonist.
wants
Yeah.
than the protagonist.
Yeah, but that's kind of one of the only antagonists I've ever gotten the chance to play. So it was it was fun for me to play against kind of everything my career's been, and Rick Crashman, just because it's so different than any of the other characters that I've ever played, and just to be able to just kind of let it fly and be goofy and not know what's going to come up, you know, it was a lot of fun.
There you go.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you all for being here at the first ever live recording of Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. And thank you guys all out there watching on YouTube. We really appreciate you guys. And if you like this content so much you want to see more of it, good news for you. We have a Patreon as well where you can find bonus content, bonus episodes, giveaways, contests, all that good stuff. And that is our time for today. Thank you again so much for watching. Really appreciate all of you guys.
Yes, indeed. And come and say hello to us at the tables. We'll be there.
Once again, I'm producer Chris, joined by the legends, Christopher Judge and Jim Cummings. We will see you in the next one.